Well, good morning again. And we did make a little bit of progress here last night. Not very much, but a little bit. And you know what I'm going to say next, right? Let's roll back so we can see how we got to this place. Well, it's about 6 hours ago since we glued this on. And my visitor has come and gone. And I'm going to continue on here this afternoon. Not much left of the afternoon, but there is quite a bit of evening. So, yeah, let's just move in and I think this has to go, let's see, does this one go on the top? Or does this one go further down? Let's get the macro lens on. Okay. If we look at the manual, we can clearly see that I put it in the wrong place here. The wider one, this wider one goes on the top. You get the angle just right here. Okay, push it just a little bit. Okay, there, excuse me, there is a little bit of a notch on the top there for it to fit into. The notch is not as predominant as the notch is for the narrow one on the bottom one here. I'm just going to drop it down and try and push it into place here. Okay, that's not exactly right, is it? It's supposed to turn a little bit here. There. Whoops, too much. I think it's supposed to be, if we can get it square. Oh, I almost knocked that off. It just doesn't want to go square, does it? No, don't worry, that beeping was just my pressure cooker telling me that my bean soup is ready. Well, actually, it's not ready. It won't be ready for about an hour until it cools down. Okay, let's... Oh no! Well, this isn't like CA glue that'll set up on me if I don't get it just right away. I wonder if we could push it down into the... It just does not want to cooperate. Okay, maybe if I can get if I can, oh, I almost spilled my glue here. If I could hold it like this and push. All right, let's try this again now. Now this should meld into place here. Just sort of, we could push that up just a little bit. Okay. It's so small that, at arm's length, we're not even going to hardly see those things. Okay, let's press stop here. Oh, by the way, these ones that I did, about 6 hours ago now, they should be really strong. Now, near the end of episode 1128, which would be yesterday's episode to you if you're watching these daily, I had said something to the effect of I was going to elaborate a little bit on our rabbit situation. Okay, so here's what happened. You'll remember that Saturday I went and I put out fresh carrots, but no rabbits came by. And it wasn't until Sunday morning around, 2:30 or so, that the first rabbit came by and we had our first bit. Okay, then a little later, around 7:30 in the morning, then around 12:50 in the afternoon, then at about 5:20 or so, the last bite was taken. Now, I did put out fresh carrots last night, and maybe I should say tonight, because we're still in the rollback. Yeah, we're getting into this time warp thing again. I don't know, maybe I should stop doing these rollbacks and just stop showing the clock, and then a lot of this will be easier to figure out, right? Anyway, we'll keep an eye on our carrots here and see what happens tonight. Now, by tonight, I mean Sunday night, Monday morning. Okay, quite a bit of time has passed here now while I was messing around with that silly rabbit segment, trying to get everything to match up with my commentary. But I enjoy doing that. All right, now we've got to put on piece L36, and I can see where it goes there. Okay, we're going to just have to recompose here, of course, and this little tongue goes into this little groove. Yeah, tongue and groove. Anyway, I'm going to call it quits here for this evening, and we'll continue on here tomorrow morning. So, all being well, we'll be seeing you in the morning. Well, it is morning, and we're pretty much where we left off here last night. And I was just looking at my self-locking tweezers here now, and a moment ago I tried to rotate this in the tweezer, and it's kind of you might say it doesn't want to rotate, doesn't want to swivel. And I was thinking that maybe if I was to take and bend the tips of the tweezers in a little bit so that only the point is touching, or on the other hand, maybe I could just grab it just on the, but then there's the danger that it could ping out of there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my plier and just bend the ends of these just a little bit. Gotta catch the phone. Okay, this may not have been a good idea, except that I also squeezed this together at this end so that it's not so terribly tight. I know that now there's going to be, like you might say, a bit of a pressure point. Why can't I pick that up? There we go. Okay. Once again, sometimes trying to do stuff on camera is not always a good idea. Yeah, now this is swiveling a lot better. Now my thinking was so that when I put it down, it's going to be, flush on the surface, right? And once again, I was kind of going to let gravity be my friend here. Okay. As long as I got the pliers here handy from making my adjustments. I will put the macro lens on when I apply the glue, and we want to be able to keep this thing level. Maybe I'll just back it up just a little bit here. Okay, let me get the macro lens on, and we'll get you in nice and close and get everything just right, and then we'll put on our quick setting. Okay, we're back here. Now, I gotta get that balanced on the block. You can't see that, but that looks pretty good. Let's put a little bit of we're just going to let that meld. Okay, so I think what happens is the plastic dissolves. It sort of runs in and, you know, wicks its way into all the little crevices and what have you. I think I've got that pretty good. Just let me check the monitor. You can probably see it better than I can. No, it's not bad. At least it's square. Although, maybe it could swing just a little bit this way. I'm going to have to push this in. Sorry to get my fingers in your way here. It looks a little bit more square. I'm looking directly overhead now. Okay, we are finished with this little part of step number 7, and if we move along to the right, it wants us to get a piece of photo etch. I think it's a railing and a ladder that has to go on here, and I think that's probably the next thing. I'm trying to do everything in order of how it is in the manual. And two reasons for that. Well, it's probably because Trumpeter has a reason for wanting us to, do it in a particular order, although sometimes I'll admit it does not make any sense. And that another reason is because there's less chance of me missing something. So let's get our photo etch piece for this. I think it's pretty strong. Okay, we need B10, which is this piece right here. You can see it looks like this drawing here, and it is actually connected right there, and yet we have to turn it into something that looks like this. But why would the ladder be connected right there? Why didn't they just have two separate pieces and call this one 10 and then next piece something else? I don't know. There's when I first saw this, I thought that we were supposed to fold this ladder in such a way that it would, come against here, but it's impossible to do that. So it does appear that we have to cut this off right here. And then it looks like the ladder is at right angles to the edge of the piece here. Let me get this around here. yeah, this part here is supposed to go there, and the ladder, I believe, is supposed to come down. It's just sort of supposed to kind of hang there. Okay, I have already cut this one and this one. So now we just have to come in from this side, which is a lot easier for me. Now this should all lift out as one piece here. Yeah. Okay, now I am pretty sure that we are supposed to separate this. So I'm thinking that maybe now is the time to do it. I can't see any reason why we're going to be leaving this together. It just doesn't make sense to me. Unless it was supposed to be folded. Is there any folding lines along here anywhere that would? No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be cut. Okay. Well, it is now. Okay, here we go with Andy's bender. You know, I'm going to have to bend that tweezer straight so it's more hooked. I guess I must have put too much force on something. And the one that has the folding lines. So this folds up at 90 degrees right there. And this one folds at 90 degrees right there. Yeah, I just, that ladder though is a real puzzler. It's a real puzzler. I wonder if I can, if I was to push down on this, would it straighten out? I'll just try it here. Yeah, I kind of got it. I think what's happened is I've filed it a little bit too pointy, and there's not very much material there. At least right now, it's grabbing better as long as I don't squeeze things too hard together. So a few minutes ago, when I was sitting here, I hear my mailbox rattle. And I look into the surveillance monitor and I see the mailman's there. So I go on and get my mail. I've got a special postcard. Thank you, Jackson. Yeah. Now I'm going to have to find a special place over on the wall for it. But that's going to have to be tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to call it quits for today's episode. So, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow. You too, Jackson.